the responsibility is inherently ours. You got to be there for yourself, and you got to make sure that you have the energy to be there for yourself. And like making sure that you have that doesn't mean that you're spiting anyone else. So I am in the car with this time with little one. We had a wonderful day at ATL Botanical Garden, and now we're on the road, and I just had another like topic idea, I guess, something I wanted to talk through, and we'll see if this becomes a video, because like I said, I feel like I should probably start scripting videos, but at the same time, the heart wants what it wants. So I wanted to say a shout out to the recovering and or self-aware people pleasers. I feel like today was a real testament to how far I feel I've come as a people pleaser, and how hard it is to kind of operate in a place of enforcing boundaries and standards and basically placing limits on the extent to which you'll kind of like overstep your own comfort levels. Of course, I have the inclination like immediately to preface this by saying, be a good person, you know, kindness over niceness. But kindness is a virtue, patience is a virtue, forgiveness is a virtue. But I am also very much aware that there is a real cost to denying yourself the same concern, respect, consideration, exceptional treatment that you extend to others. Like there's a real cost to putting yourself last or even second. It may not come it may not come right away, but as a mode of operating, it is not sustainable. And again, this is different from being kind, from being generous, from being gracious, forgiving, understanding. Like all of that is beautiful, and you know, are important practices for us to come together as families, in society, and in community. So I guess I want to specify what I'm saying, and what I'm trying to say is that the person that is most important is yourself. Never thought I'd say that, to be honest. But there are some things that are learned, and you realize that like theory is different from practice. And I think the reason that I can say that so confidently is that I really do believe that when we're more mindful of how we extend things like patience, forgiveness, grace, and that when we are sure to hold ourselves and our intuition as the most important voice. And you know, if the Most High God, if your higher self tells you to operate in a certain way, by all means, like, live your life. Your octopus fell? Hold on. Yay! Okay. Octopus. She got a new octopus today. What that has to do with the botanical garden, I couldn't tell you. But there are things that we have to live and learn, and lessons that will come, and sometimes it'll be like, see, you should, and other times I feel like it'll be like, yeah, see, like, take care of yourself. And like, I really think the most important part to me, and the reason why I say this is like, because you want to reserve those extensions of yourself for people who deserve it, for people who show you that same consideration and love. Otherwise, you may find yourself being manipulated or being like taken for granted, because what you have considered special might become a norm for someone else, right? And then the expectations become demands, become burdens. And especially when you're caring and overly selfless, I think there's an important element of this important balance to selfishness and selflessness. Maybe it's self-fulfillment is that middle ground. But when you are overly selfless, who's going to be concerned for you? Like, who else is going to be that person to care for you behind closed doors when the going gets rough? Like, because God willing, yes, we have people around us that care, but like, the responsibility is inherently ours. You got to be there for yourself, and you got to make sure that you have the energy to be there for yourself. And like, making sure that you have that doesn't mean that you're spiting anyone else, right? Giving yourself peace of mind allows you to move. Oh, there it goes again. Okay. It allows you to trust yourself, confide in. Like, someone said that online. I wish I could like properly quote them or like refer to them. But they just raised the point that like, confidence isn't something that's like, you know, abrasive, and it isn't something braggadocious. Confidence is the ability to trust in yourself and believe in yourself and be there for yourself, like, and therefore represent the things that you believe in, uphold the values, and like actually nurture the character that you want to be, like, or the characteristics that allow you to show up for people, and not necessarily being reactive, right? I feel like confidence is not reactive or conditional. It ends up being something that is like intuition, comes from within, and then it moves outward and like marks your relationships and like your communications and all that kind of stuff. So all that to say, I'm encouraging those who this may resonate with to stand firm, you know, do things that allow you to respect yourself, right? And that might mean that you do things that other people find problematic. But if you respect it and respect yourself, then that's good, right? That's between you and your higher self, or your spiritual guide, or your God. Like, that is between you and your essence. If you do things that other people don't respect, don't understand to respect, but you understand, you know your why, you know what you're about, then like, it is what it is. You're gonna sleep well at night. Like, that's, you know what I mean? You gotta be able to look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day. So yeah, I guess this doesn't need to go on long. I just wanted to make that point, like, you know, people pleasers, recovering people pleasers like myself, I see you, and I hope that if you're hearing this, you get a boost, a reassurance, you know, take heart, and just keep being there for yourself first, and then, you know, show those who show you love. Right? Like, you want to have the best parts of yourself ready for those who appreciate it, who are nourishing it. But truthfully, if anyone gets a whiff of how much you have to offer, it's logical that they would want to take what they can, right? Some people are givers, some are takers, but I guess the whole point is that, like, again, back to it being, there's no conditions, there's no, like, exceptions. What are your personal, internal, rooted elements? Anyway, that's the end of this. Thank you for watching, and, you know, take good care. Until next time, peace.